Hey, just got back from McFadden-Dale. Look at all the neat stuff I got. I switched mounting hardware from the top to the bottom of the console to a 1/4 inch. And I needed some 1/4 inch flat washers, everything else. I did get some 5/16. And got 1/4 inch. So, yeah, we should be good. So that's it. Today we are expecting a delivery on some more basswood, which I need before we start this, and another Nutsert set tool. I didn't like that one that came in that kit. I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you. See, Home Pro, not rivet kit. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that type. I got the little bit bigger one because I want to start using, if I'm going to put a Nutsert in there, I don't want it to corrode up. And I got a bunch of stainless steel Nutserts. So that's what we'll do there. So, not much going to go on until I get more stuff in. So let's see if anything came to the door. Nope. So we got some more parts to come in and everything else. So, but yeah. So if we figured that 13/16, $20 for basswood. Okay, so what are we at? 33 bucks. And then, hold on, I did get some brads, so those were about 7 bucks. So what are 40 bucks now we're at? So I did, the tool doesn't count because I'm going to be using it elsewhere. And the basswood, the other basswood I got coming, the sheets I got coming is, was 20 bucks for that also, so we're at 60. And then the glue and fast set, that was another 15 bucks. So let's say we're at 75 bucks right now. So hold on, what I'll do is on the back of the receipt here, today is the 19th, so 7/19, and we were at 75 bucks. Now, I'm still undecided on whether I'm gonna use the plastic on the side, yeah, or we're gonna fleece it. And I'm thinking we're gonna fleece it, yeah. So, let me get this sorted out and organized, and as soon as some stuff comes in, I'll bring you guys back later. Hey guys, still Monday. I got one leg glued together. Well, at least maybe. Come on. Oh, glued to the tool bench. Yeah, there it is. So now I'm getting ready to split another one. And I heard some noise out here. And you think we're gonna get some rain? Damn, look at those clouds. I think it's coming our way. Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, I'm splitting this one, and we'll glue the other side together. What I want to do today is maybe have the frame, the lower section of the frame all glued together. I'd love to get some dimensions on these things, on this stuff, but I don't. I've asked everybody who I thought had a console, and got no info. Nobody had them. Who I thought had consoles, they didn't have any, or didn't have one. Excuse me. I'll talk right one of these days. Oh, so. We're going to split this one. We'll build the other side. We'll figure out the width and When I get that, I'll bring you guys back later. Alright, we got the basic shape for the front. Remember, this is going to be two pieces. The back will continue on. So yeah, we just started gluing it. I'll end up gluing all four sides like I did on all these. And then we'll put another piece in here, and then we'll clamp it overnight. And see what this is going to need. So yeah, it's getting there. It's the whole thing. While I'm doing it out of this, because I can break that joint, I can cut that joint. The thing of it is, and then metal, I can't weld in there in the car. I ain't gonna weld in there. You know, you can weld out here and take it in, and then what if you got to do something in there? I can glue in there. And besides, this is more forgiving. It'll all be fiberglass when it's all done. So the glue I'm using, if you're interested, I ain't pronouncing that. Hold it, wait. I ain't pronouncing that. CYANOACRYLAT. I call it CA. And I get the extra thick because it fills gaps, and then I get the Instaset. This should be, yeah, see, that's all together. But it's not real strong, so what we're going to have to do is glue the corners now. So, but first, before we do that, we're going to get this one in and clamp it. So, and I think this should be, yep. So I'll bring you guys back when I get this all done later. Alright, we got that in, we test fitted it. We'll get this one in and we'll test fit it again. And we'll test fit it again. Then I'm going to quit for the night because I'm going to have to spend the night trying to figure out, I want the dimensions, and I'm trying to figure out how thick to make this. And I haven't found anything yet. So, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening. It's Monday night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Later. Hey guys. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I'm going to set the camera down. Hang on for a minute, guys. I got to get the base under the cable. Okay. So let's get her lined up. There she is. All right. Here's the base. Remember, that's in 5th gear, so that's as far as that'll go. So, and it's roughly, actually, it's got to go up a little more. So, but if you look, you can see that it doesn't follow the transmission tunnel. I mean, we are definitely way outside the envelope here. So, and actually it could go a little bit this way, but both sides has it. Right here, yeah. So it needs to cut in, I'm saying roughly maybe about 1 inch. So, bear with me. So we're back out. Sorry about the shaky cam. So I gotta bring this together somehow. So if I take this and cut it there, and take this and cut it there, in other words, remove that out of it, you'll see that I'll bring it in about 1 inch. I don't mind if it overhangs a little bit, but I don't want it going up on any angle like the way the the way the factory one does. It tapers up, see, it tapers in. And I don't like that. I just want it to be square going all the way across. So, what we'll do is, this is my test pattern that I sat there and figured. Now you know why I do it in wood. So we'll cut this joint, cut that joint, cut this, take this apart, sit there and resize these, glue them, and then we'll glue the whole thing back together to new width, and I'll bring you guys back for that later. Okay, I just changed this one. Also, we're going to cut it back to where it comes back out straight, roughly right about there. Yeah. This is the whole reason why I do it in wood. It's just the ease of modification. So we'll try this way and see. This, like I said, told you guys, this is going to be a long, drawn-out process until I get it the way I want it. So when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. There you go, changed. It took me 30 minutes to make this change. So I'm afraid this one cross brace, or whatever you want to call it, is going to interfere with the shifter. But we'll see. Okay, now we hit the cable out of the way. Come on, get underneath. There you go. Ooh, okay. And it's got to come back, so it's going to interfere with the shifter because it's got to come back. But yeah, that looks better. See? That fits better. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to make some changes here. Because I want it to come, I want this brace to be right here. That's where it's designed. That's not supposed to come all the way. So it's got to come back a ½ inch. Yeah, there, a ½ inch. Okay, all right. So there it is. Okay, so let's pull this out. So again, this is why I could do it in plastic, but I'd rather do it with the wood and then turn around and decide whether we're going to cover it with plastic or not. This stuff is thin enough. I mean, heck, we can put it along there like that. But now, as I said before I got a hair up my butt and started doing all this, I think we'll end up re-gluing all the joints again too. Oh God, now I lost my train of thought. Forget it, lost my train of thought. Brain fart. So, that's where we're at, and now I am going and calling it a night. And we'll pick this up tomorrow and see what other trouble we can get. Again, I'm going to spend most of my night tonight researching on how tall I need to make this. So, because what I'll end up doing is we'll put it together, then we'll glass the whole outside and sand the whole outside, so then the top and the bottom will look even. You following me? Okay. All right. Like I said, design is as we go, so this is it. So this came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. And I can't lose these for when I get ready to make the top, because that's my measurement. I'm cutting these down. So, and that off the end. I'm doing pretty good still on basswood. Okay. These I got at Home Depot, and it said it was basswood. I suspect it's pine. Matter of fact, it's soft. It feels like pine. So when we start cutting the stringers coming up, because we got to make a top for this, start cutting the stringers, and then we'll probably use that rather than using the basswood. Now I'm babbling. Everybody have a good evening. Later. I know I said I was going to go in and call it a night, but I got excited and kept doing this, and so, but here it is. So let's see, let me throw this over so we can, yeah. So yeah, I'm liking it. Oh. I made the changes were there. I put 45s up on the corner. Well, let's just pull it out and I'll show you what I did. It's got to come out anyway. Did that, blocked this, redid these, 45 the corners, squared it up. You can see here, I screwed, made a jig right here. You can see this fits right there. 2 screws were there, 2 screws were here, and then and it was to keep it all square. And that's why when I fixed it, that's why this was just off, but that's no biggie, you're not going to see it anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you this is going to be it. I might get a wild hair up my butt and do something else. But in reality, I got to make 4 more of those, or 3 more of those. So, but yeah, interesting, to say the least. All right, when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. Hey, tubers, it's Tuesday afternoon. It's not morning anymore. Basswood came in that I ordered. These will be the mounting plates. They'll go right in here like this, and then the one back here for this. But this is 3/8 by 4" by 24" basswood. And like I said, these will be used for the mounting. So, went ahead last night and decided to play with Excel, and I made a sheet to keep track of where I'm at. So every day I'll print this up and we'll go. So it took me $111.13 to get this far. Okay. So now I got to figure up a jig to where I cut 1 1/4 inches of a whole bunch of sticks to go around to give me the 2 inches on this. The other thing is I figured out how to cut this. They said I can cut it with just about anything. So I had this brand new in the box sitting there. And so we'll give this a try on cutting this and see how it works. But I want to get 2-inch strips out of it. And we'll go along like that. So that's where we're at on that. So when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. All right, real quick on the update. I needed a jig to make 1 1/4 sticks, because this is 3/8, and 3/8 is 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch from 2 inches gives me 1 1/4, so that's what I want the thickness of this first level to be, is 2 inches. So got to cut a lot of these. Took me about a minute to cut these 3. So, but with the jig, I just slap it in there and just hand saw it. So, but this is for later on, tedious work. Right now, I want to take this. We're going to chase that existing nutsert that's in there for the console. And we're going to chase that so I can put one of these stainless steel panhead screws in there just to seal off the opening. Then we're going to get the drill out and everything else and get ready to do the other one. Then we're going to glue the carpet back in. Then we're going to come back here and start cutting. I got to drag the sander out because we got to sand this now, this one side smooth, so we got to determine which is going to be top and which is going to be bottom. And the more I look at it, I think we're going to use this as top. So we need to sand this all smooth. And then we get to start stacking and building the second layer on top of this. So that's what we'll do. Sometime today I want to be able to take a piece of plastic. I want to take the shears and I want to see if what's it going to do to the plastic, and start cutting 2-inch strips. Then we need to go up there. Oh, come on, focus, see the box, and get the stapler out. So, and I'd like to clean this bench off. This is getting no room to work here. So, but the minute we chase that can go away, and the minute we set that can go back up too. So got a lot to do. Short time to do it. Let's get on. Later. All right. Let's see. Okay. Nutsert is in. It's good to go. That has been chased, and I got a bolt in it just to plug the hole. Next thing up is to sit there and put the mounting blocks in here and mount this thing and see how it is. The other thing I'm kicking around is whether I want to make blocks in the base of the console to screw the boot to, rather than screwing it to the floor. I think that's going to be the way to go. We'll play around with it and see. But yeah. So next up is let's get the mounting brackets. Let's get this thing in here and see how it looks. If I get bored or want to do anything else, you can always cut blocks. I need a ton of these. Actually, they're going to be the same for the top layer too. So I'll put that back up. This is a new one. It worked awesome. Totally like that one better than the other one. So it's a keeper. Let's see, where can we put it? Where can we put it? Maybe over here? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. That other one I got was primarily for aluminum nutserts, because that's all they gave me with that. They came with it. Nah, we won't put it there. I guess this goes under the bench. We'll put it right under here, on top of this right here. So next up, yeah. And then we'll set that in there, and then we'll start. I think we're going to slide them. Put a slide in it so we can move the console forward or back till we get it to what desired position we want. So then once that's done and we get it and mounted and it looks good and it's everything, then we're going to sand this top and start laying these out and building the top of this. So when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. Okay guys, it's going on about 4:30 Tuesday night. It's toasty in here, I'm sweating. Humidity's got me. So, and I moved that because I pulled that out, cleaned it up, replaced the sanding disc, and I did get the stapler down. First block's in. We'll let that dry. We're not using CA Instant. We're using Gorilla. So that's there. If I feel ambitious, I'll come out and cut some more blocks. You got to keep cutting them blocks. So, and that's all I got for now. Get that mounted in. Drill the holes. I know where this one goes. Where it is off one. So, but yeah, So this is it for tonight. Pick it up tomorrow. Later. Morning, tubers. It's Wednesday, July 21st. And that's the time. We didn't buy anything new. So we're still at that dollar amount. And I was down at Richard's. It was my turn to go down to him. Last night, I made a template of this radius, as you can see, and I'm going to cut this out, and then that way we don't have to mess with these. So we'll keep these as backup if I have to cut them apart. Like I said, the sander's out. We have been cutting the blacks, but next up is these. Let's cut these. I think we're going to go out and flip it up. Yeah, that's for this side. Yeah. So that's all I got for now. Parts for that should be here today. So part of that is going to be taking that apart and taking what I did to it all apart so I can put the new parts on it. So we got a lot to do. Let's get into it. Bring you back when I got something to show you later. I took the bandsaw apart and the blade's right there. See it hanging around the drill press? Yeah. Got to blow it out. Here are the tires I took off. Cut these. So it's close. That's what we need. And so, yeah, it looks like I gotta do a little sanding right there. So, all right, and I got 6 of them cut. So. And it does, and I left it set up like I did before, to where I had show you my little cutting station out here. You got the square. Template, square, pencil, ruler, and that's where this is the first side, this is the second side. So yeah, we'll leave it out here because when I get done, if I don't cut any more, I'll just cut this off there at the edge. Yeah, so yeah, welcome to, we getting any storms today? Yeah, looks like there could be a couple. It's humid out though. All right. So that's what we're doing. As soon as the parts come from the bandsaw, we'll be able to trim those down. And then guess what? We'll start on the second level. Or let's say the top of this one. So let's see. So take this and this. We set that there like that. That'll be our 2-inch first. So, okay, let's stick these back. No, if you got a question why I haven't moved this yet, is I got a superstition on once you set up a template to do sawing, leave it there until you're done. Because once you move it, you can never get it set back the way you want it. So it's staying right there. And let's see. I got 4 sticks of basswood left. We're not cutting up any more of these for that. So why don't we there we go. Okay. All right, I'm just putzing around. So guess I better let you guys go. When I get more, I'll bring you back later. Been test fitting. Got the back mounting plate in. Next up was slats 2 3/4 inches in. And there's that one, and we'll slot it. So, let's see. Bandsaw's being blown out. Look at this, bandsaw parts. Hot damn, here we go, boys. That's what I was waiting for. Now we can start splitting these up. Now we can start building the top on that. If that's the case, then we can sit there and try the shears on the plastic, because that'll be going along the side. Still haven't totally decided on whether we're going to do fleece it or whether we are going to use 2.5 inch fiberglass cloth on it. Or 2.5 ounce, excuse me, fiberglass cloth on it. None decided on that, and I'm standing right here by the fan. All right, later, guys. That's back working. Man, it took forever to get that adjusted, but it's working. We already cut one right there. So there that is. And actually, I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and split the difference on these and go ahead and use them. So still cutting spacers, and there we are. So got this marked, need to mark that, and then we're going to go ahead. I used the brad nailer and we nailed it in with brads. Got this sanded down most of the edges, so we can start stacking here in a minute. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go one of these like this over each right there in the joint. So and then what we'll do is we'll run it really quick over some sandpaper before we glue it. And then there's a way you use that to tack, like you would tack something, tack weld something. You can use that glue the same way, and that's what we're going to do is we'll tack and start building the second structure as we the top of this structure, which will be 2 inches. So there's not going to be a bottom on it. It'll be open. You'll see the carpet. This will be probably the only 2 bases on there, and so the only thing I'm worried about is see how it bounces up, but then we'll see. Oh, let's get some holes drilled and we'll go from there. More in a minute, later. All right, it's starting to take shape. Next up will be to build it all the way around, cut strips, staple it onto the side. This is what I'm thinking. And again, I haven't decided whether we're going to do the fleece or YouTube. Jeez, I can't think. Trying to decide whether we're going to do the fleece or whether we're going to do the fiberglass cloth, 2.5 ounce fiberglass cloth. There. Jesus, it's been a long day. That took a lot out of me. It did. I was seriously considering giving it up for the day. So I'm just gonna plug away and see what we can build here. When I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. All right, last update of the evening. Went ahead and used 1/4 inch staples. That's basically what you end up using on most of this stuff. Yeah, 1/4 inch. And as I got down here, it's just started pulling it out. So sit there and start buying a whole bunch of little clamps and clamping it. But yeah. So it looks like the staple idea is out. So we'll have to figure out something else. Contact cement with clamps. Huh. But anyway, there's the base. All done. We didn't put anything here because we haven't decided what cradle we're going to put in there for the cabling to go through. But yeah. And it snapped it there too, see? Yeah, so stapling's out. Stapling's out. Contact cement, the frame might be in. So I'm going to have to repair this and clamp it. So this will be it for today. I thought this would be thin enough that it would work. Okay. The metal shears, the pneumatic shears wouldn't work, and it was the tin snips that cut it really fine, really nice. So let me repair this. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. See what trouble we get into tomorrow. Later. This is going to be slow gluing if I have to get more clamps. I think this is all the clamps I got. I got a couple more of these. That's it. Got those there. They're holding down the jig. Total of 20 to do this. So I have 10 there. I got to cut 10 more. And I'm not worried about this because you're not going to see it. So that's what we did. We tried this. See how this is going to work out. We'll let it set overnight. See what happens in the morning. I was hoping staples, but I guess not. When I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. Looks like contact cement ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, it didn't even stick. And I left it out here for 24 hours to cure up. Yeah, to my surprise this morning, it's Thursday morning, and I got up, and the battery was dead in the camera. So, but bottom line is, contact cement on the plastic didn't hold. I let it sit there all night, clamped up, resisted temptation of messing with it, wouldn't hold. So we're going with the fleece. So here we go. I got to get a cup out, some brushes, mix up some fiberglass, rosin, and get ready to go. One thing I will say on this, what I should have done, if I was going to use the plastic, I should have coated this in fiberglass. And that would have given the plastic something, maybe the contact cement something better to glue on. I don't know. But I told you it was up in the air, and here we go. So, mixing cup. Let's get a brush, let's get the rosin down, and let's go. I did buy some more material. It's for later on. We are still at this. Haven't spent any more money. So let's say as far as this part of the build is concerned. So let me get the rosin and the brush, and let's get the painting later. First coat of rosin on it. You can see this is my piece of wood I use when I rosin stuff. That's what I use. That is not on the list as what items I purchased because I had it on hand, but I am going to need some more. So, and yeah, we just had a rainstorm come through. It's nicer out here than it is in here. So, all right, we'll let this dry, set up, we'll sand, and give it a second coat. Once we get it done, we'll test fit it, make sure we didn't get anything warped or anything. Then we will start figuring out here, because here's where the shifter is, and figuring out what we're going to do with the boot. I think we're mounting the boot here, not on the floor, because this will be mounted on the floor. But yeah, so more on that in a minute. Later, guys. Alright guys, it's Thursday night, and I think I'm going to go ahead and load this one up now, because tomorrow I have an eye doctor's appointment, and it's with the specialist, and they end up dilating my eyes, and I can't see shit for most of the day. Sorry about the language, but it is what it is. So I just gave this a second coat. We will sand it and test fit it again tomorrow to make sure that we didn't screw up anything. Bolt it down. And then we're going to think about what we're going to do in here. That's where the shifter is. So that'll be it for today. And I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. We did buy other material. I got to print it out, but as of today, right now, what we got showing, that's what we spent. So everybody have a good evening, and probably pick this up maybe late tomorrow once my eyes get better. Usually it takes about 6 to 8 hours once that stuff's in there to get my eyes back to normal. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Later.